So today we're going to start the Domination Championship, and unfortunately our character Arthritis Phil couldn't join us today. He is not able to come, so I will be go ahead and taking over for him. For those of you that are just tuning in, if you don't know who Arthritis Phil is, he is our a regular driver that kind of jumped in during the middle of our series, and He's quite the character. I think you'll love him a lot. You'll have to check out some of our earlier episodes to understand who that is. But today we're going to go ahead and there's a brand new championship, so we're going to go ahead and start it off by getting a couple of cars. So we're going to go ahead and do Birth of the Grand Prix. And I've actually have never done this championship before. So this should be interesting. It's pretty similar to this particular car anyway, is similar to another kind of vintage Grand Prix that we did in an earlier episode, if you want to check that out. But we're doing this one today. We can't set up any mods. We have to we got rid of all of our crates, so we have to actually buy new ones. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Even though we can't use them, we're just going to open one for now and see what we get. We have Superior Cornering, Walk the Line, Instability, and Fast Learner. So that's good. So yeah, we have to totally start from scratch. Also, we're on a totally different profile, so you may have recognized the other profile under Jetsoma. Today it's under His Dudeness 0024. So totally new everything. We have also a couple of new driver suits, and I also did a lot of farming and other fun things. So totally new. Unfortunately, Arthritis Phil couldn't be with us today to kind of see what some of those new things are, but that's alright. So we're going to go ahead and start race. And this looks like a really old Ferrari. I can't remember the exact name of it, but should be lots of fun. So here we go. And I think one of the things that I'm going to have to really learn how to do on this one is the wheels, because the wheels aren't covered, they will tend to get stuck in between the wheels of some other vehicle. So we really have to be careful, and also spinning out is also a really big thing on this one, so we have to really be more strategic around our turns. And also the wheels are a little bit thinner, so it's a little bit harder to, the handling is a lot different. So we just have to be, if we do drift, we have to at least drift strategically. And we'll for sure have to just really brake ahead of time and just take each turn a little more cautiously, because spinning out and skidding out of control is definitely a thing in this one. So we are in first place right away. This track is a really short track. It's even though it's short, it's actually going to be pretty long race, or at least longer than what we would expect. But it isn't a series. It's just this one race. So I believe we have to get top 3 in order to get this car, and we are already at collector score number 5. So you won't see that achievement pop up. We already have it. This race is mainly just to get this car and continue on with our series and all that fun stuff. So let's see where they are. Oh, they're pretty far back behind. I don't know. I have the difficulty up pretty high. Oops. Whoa, whoa. Kind of messed up there a little bit. Oop, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my time a little more on this car. I've never actually driven this car in any other race that I've ever done before, except for that one vintage car that I drove in an earlier episode. It's similar to this, but it's a lot faster, it feels like. And it also handles a little differently, and also this car just, I don't know, it just feels really funny to me. I just can't. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm not gonna bother rewinding. I think we're pretty much well ahead. I don't think we need to rewind. Does pretty good on the straightaways. But yeah, this corner, I just need to. I feel like I'm getting a little impatient around some of these turns, though. Careful. Oh, there we go. So we got. Yeah, so that's the end of the third lap. Split time is 3.740 seconds. Oops, oh, got a little impatient. There we go. But it's a nice sunny day. It's not raining. I don't know, if this was a race in the rain, it would be a sight to see for sure. Doing pretty good so far. I haven't run over any cones yet. I don't know, if we get really far ahead, I might run over a few just for kicks and giggles. Oh. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, we're way ahead. I know, I feel like I should sandbag it a little bit and kind of go slow on purpose just so the other cars can keep up. I don't feel like I really should be doing this well. I mean, we got the difficulty up pretty high. We got all of our instability is off. We're using some of the more veteran. Like we have all of our assists off. We're not using braking assist or steering. Everything is all set to normal, except for the driver lane, of course. That I left on. I really like having that because it really helps me focus on the track and to look farther down and to anticipate my turns a little bit better. But other than that, everything is all the assists and everything are all turned off, so I really don't feel like I should be doing this well, especially with this car, but okay, you know what, here we go. I'm just going to try it one time. Let the other cars catch up. A little more, a little more, a little more. Okay, go. Oh, where is he at? Oh, there he is, okay. Alright. Skid. So I mean, I still kind of want to win, you know, but even though we only need top 3, I believe, to get this car, I still want to race to win, no matter what. So. I'm just all over this track. Got the good turn. I don't know how. Yeah, I think one of the things that if you guys ever race with this car, you're gonna want to wait until your car is totally straight first before you really hit the gas. Otherwise, you'll easily spin out. Oop. But it's not bad on the drifting. I feel like I can. Oops! Oh, a little too much there. If you plan your drifts just right, you can really just really, if you lean into the corners, you can drift pretty good and still be able to keep up your pace without, if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing well, then you shouldn't do it, because you'll be all over the place. But we're almost done with our 7th lap, and we got one more after this. We're still pretty far ahead again. I can't even see where the other cars are. Nope, still can't see them. Oops, oh, whoa. Okay, that's, oh, shouldn't, I'm gonna remember that. Oh, there we go. Whoopsie. Should probably paying attention to the road. Alright, so we're on our last lap. We've improved our split time. 4.902 seconds. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm actually going to rewind for that. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. I was trying to drift there, and I was already too wide to start the drift. I already knew I was going to fall into the grass, just based on how fast I was going. But we're doing pretty good. I'm not going to... It's a little too early to look back ahead and see where we are. Oops, and I hit a corner. Okay, now look back. Okay, yeah, they're still pretty close behind. Oop. Oh. But we're almost at the finish line. Just got to get around this main corner without falling off the track. There we go. Almost there. And there we have it. Best lap, 1.09 seconds. Not too shabby. Or excuse 1.0. Excuse me, 1 minute and 9 seconds. Oops. But yeah, we got first place there. We'll continue. Got 800 series points. Pretty good. And we should have this car now. Got 22,000 CR exactly, so not too bad. And we have over 1 million CR overall, so that's good. We haven't bought anything, with the exception, we bought that one crate just now, but other than that, we haven't bought any new cars. I feel like it's kind of, I think after this milestone rewards, I feel like that Ford Capri, we might get that. And then we already have over 25 suits, so this one, this Team Forza Brown will be a really good choice. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll decide later. I don't know if we'll be able to make that milestone in this video, but for sure in the next one, I think we will. So we'll go ahead and... So we got that one completed. We have our 1934 Alfa Romeo. I think that's how you say it. Worth 400 collector score. So not too bad. Continue. We will go ahead and do the Ford, or the Ken Block Ford RS 200 one-on-one. We also can't use any mods for this one, but we're going to go ahead and still buy a crate and let's see what we get while the track is loading. Let's see, prize crates. Well, that was the, go ahead and get expert mods. I tend to lean more towards expert mods just because master mods pretty much have the same things, except they're just worth a little bit more. I feel like that extra 10,000 CR difference we can make up for just by getting this. And when the expert mod, when you get pretty much the same things with the other mods crate, feel like I don't know, I just feel like we're wasting money, and just that extra little percent difference doesn't really matter that much. So I feel like by getting the expert mods, then we're able to save a little bit. Not that we need to save, but ooh, what's this? Ooh, playing with a full deck. Acquire 50 mods. There we go. So we've acquired 50 mods. So I actually didn't know where we were in terms of getting that achievement, but that's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead, and we are in Prague doing a full circuit. Pretty sure this. I'm not sure yet. I didn't catch how many laps this was. Probably just one, I take. Oh, 2 laps. Okay. All right. All right. So we will go ahead and start. And here we go. 2, 1. Oops. Okay, I don't know how this car handles. I've actually never driven it before, so kind of skid it a little bit. But I'm familiar with the track at least, so well, let's see how we do. We're able to get ahead right away. Some of these, yeah, this is a gradual turn. I gotta be careful. I lost a little bit of my forward momentum, but not too much. Whoa! Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. There we go. Not a bad turn. Too bad we don't have any mods equipped. Otherwise, I would have equipped that first place mod, because we have to get first place anyways. Oops, and I just ran over all those cars as I'm not paying attention. Yeah, we have to get first place anyways, because it's a one-on-one, so we'll have to just use that for a later race. Probably in the next video, I'll show you. Drifting is not bad. I feel like this car is almost like our last one in terms of the drifting. Like if you do it just right, you can drift really good around the turns without losing your forward momentum. But I think you got to know what you're doing. If you don't, well, like I said before, then you shouldn't do it. But we're almost done with this first lap. Oop, lost a little bit of momentum there. Alright, there's our first lap completed. We just need one more. No! Okay, I'm gonna redo that one. Sorry, I got a little impatient. Alright. Oops. Okay. That still wasn't that great, but whatever. Too bad our friend Arthritis Phil isn't here to drive these cars for us. Unfortunately, he couldn't come today because, well, as his name says, he has arthritis. He also has a little bit of irritable bowel syndrome. And I think he might also be diabetic too. I mean, he does have a few health problems, and he is 87 years old. So, and there's also the fact that he's only been racing for 2 months. But we actually don't think that's sketchy at all. In fact, we feel like he's just really passionate about racing, and we feel like he's right up our alley for what we want, actually. Because he does have a few moments of absolute and total brilliance. and he kind of surprises us sometimes. So you think we really like him, but then there's other times where, he has a few spurts of dementia and other old being senile in 87. He kind of forgets where he is sometimes, and because for instance, for example, he'll be walking down the street and he's like, it's like as if he's sleepwalking, and he'll kind of wake up and be like, oh wait, and I'm mimicking his voice, like, wait, where am I? Am I here? What am I doing? Can I have my prune juice? And yes, and that was, I know that was a perfect impression, and no, I'm not actually the voice of Arthritis Phil. Arthritis Phil is an actual person, and but he only exists in our series though, so. Fortunately, you can't really meet him, and then there's also the fact he likes to be in bed by 5 o'clock because he wakes up at 4 a.m. to go on his walks at the mall. So, anyways, so we got 800 series points on that one, and of course we won. And let's see what we get in terms of our CR. So it was a not bad race. It was a pretty close one, so I'm glad we won. And let's see what we get here. It's probably going to be 22,000 again, I'm sure. Oh, maybe not. Only 12,000. All right. So we do have this car, and that'll increase our collector score a little bit. Forgot to check out how many points it was worth. Let's see what it tells us. It is worth, drumroll please, 395, and it's a rare, so not too shabby. Okay, and for this last race, we're gonna go ahead and do this Ford Fiesta Hoonigan Autocross. I feel like this car is going to be a lot like our other Hoonigan car that we have. I believe it's the Ford Focus, I think. And let's see if it handles the same though. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and buy another Expert Mods crate.
They're accessible, they're attainable, they're not going beyond legal limits, but they're fun and they're practical. So you can drive one every day, you can have it as your own car, and you can live the dream down your favorite B road.
We have superior cornering again, ride the line, behind the wheel, and fast learner. So we have a couple of repeat ones. I wonder if I'm able to look at them. Oh, it won't let me look at them, but that's okay. We are at Lime Rock doing the full circuit, and this race should be pretty interesting. Hoonigan cars are pretty badass, I'll admit, but I've never driven a Ford Fiesta, so let's see how this works out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you know what? We had a similar race where we drove a Ford Bronco, and this is exactly what this is like. I don't know how we'll do, but let's see. This is a lot harder than it looks. But we haven't bumped into any gates yet, so... Ah, no! I'm gonna rewind. Yeah, there we go. I probably won't do that for all of them. But I at least want to kind of get through... I want to get through at least maybe 60 gates. Or 60, 65 or so. Without too many mess-ups. I'm not sure how many gates we have to pass in order to get this car. Oh, here we go. Oh! There we go. This is definitely not one of my more favorite cars. I don't know, I just don't go for just really tiny cars like this. Hatchbacks, they're not really my favorite. I just don't like how they handle and how they run. Oh. No! Oh, I touched that one. Oops. That's alright, I'm not gonna go back. But, got 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Oop, I almost hit that one. Oh. Okay, so we got 65 at least, so we should be almost at the finish line. Ah! Oop. Ow. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see how we did. Continue. Yeah, it looks like we passed. Okay, so we might actually get our milestone reward here. Let's check and see. We were pretty close, but I don't know if we are close enough. But 2,000 CR on that one. And let's see where we're at. Oh, nope, not that. We still need another 25,000 more XP. We will for sure get that on our next video. So we're going to continue, and we will also get this car. And it is worth 55 collector score. Woohoo! Yay, a whole 55 points. Anyway, but that's one more car that we have in our collection, so we'll take it. No, I mean, it's not like we can say no anyways. Unless we sell it, but we're not going to. But anyway, in the next video, I'm not sure exactly what race we're going to do yet. Still going to decide. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, click like and share, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you guys next time.